Experts say the rise in sea levels has sped up over the years because of climate change, and its impact will be profound unless mitigating measures are stepped up. Elizabeth Neo with more.
Flash floods like this can occur in low-lying areas when high tides coincide with rainstorms. And experts we spoke with warn that they could get worse and more frequent as sea levels rise. And this could affect infrastructure and even ecosystems.
Today we know that the forecasts we had 20 years ago are actually even average or sometimes less than average. So actually the speeding up of climate change is much faster than we were thinking.
If we look at the measurements, which unfortunately for Singapore only exist since the 1970s, we've seen sea level rising at an average of around 1.7 millimetres per year. But in the last decade that has accelerated to greater than 3 millimetres per year. There's a third of the land area of Singapore in low elevation coastal zones that could be flooded in the 21st century.
Professor Horton says one way to stem the tide is by building seawalls. Other options are to elevate key infrastructure like the upcoming Changi Airport Terminal 5 or to relocate, which he noted is something Singapore cannot do. But he says what it can do is to intensify efforts that target emissions.
It needs to increase its protection measures. With sea level rise, it's going to be a twofold issue. You have to mitigate, and mitigation means reducing greenhouse gas emissions so that the rates of rise in the future are manageable. If we don't mitigate on a global scale on greenhouse gas emissions, the rates of rise will be unimaginable.
Climate scientists have predicted that Singapore's mean sea levels could rise by up to around 1 metre by the year 2100. And this could happen even earlier if ice sheets melt more rapidly.